Here are 7 things I stopped doing once I hit my 60s, and honestly, retirement has never been better because of it. I spent over 30 years in warehouse and distribution operations, started as a dispatcher and worked my way up to operations manager at a logistics company. I retired at 62, walked into my boss's office and told him I was done. And I want to share what I've learned so you can squeeze every last drop out of this phase of your life. You've earned it. So let's get into it. Number 1. I stopped spending time with people who drag me down. If you're in your 50s or 60s and you've got somebody in your life where every time you hang out with them, you walk away feeling worse about yourself or worse about life, it's okay to let that go. Life is too short. You can either quietly stop making plans with that person, or you can be straight with them. I've had that conversation a few times. I've said, look, when you say stuff like that, it makes me feel bad about myself. I like you. I want to hang out, but I can't have that negativity around me anymore. And I'll tell you, one of 2 things happens. They either change their behavior or they don't, and you move on. Give them 2, maybe 3 chances. But after that, protect your peace. You've spent decades being polite. It's time to be honest. Number 2, I stopped resisting change. I was the worst at this. I'd been in the same house for over 20 years, same routines, same everything. My life was like a snow globe sitting still on a shelf. Then the pandemic hit and shook everything up. Linda and I ended up downsizing, working through what mattered and what didn't, and we started doing things we never would have done before. Traveled to places we'd only talked about, tried new routines. And I realized that all those years of keeping everything the same weren't keeping me safe. They were keeping me stuck. Change is scary, I get it. But some of the best things that have happened to me in retirement came because I finally let go of the way things had always been. So if something's been nagging at you, something you've been wanting to try or a change you've been putting off, lean into it. Do something that scares you a little. It's good for you. Number 3. I stopped taking my time for granted. This one hit me hard. When you're in your 50s or early 60s and you're still feeling pretty good, still active, still healthy, it's easy to think you've got all the time in the world. But here's the thing. If you're 60 years old, and I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, you likely have fewer than 1,000 weeks of healthy, active time left. 1,000 weeks. That's it. My father had a massive stroke at 59 and spent his final years in assisted living. My older brother had a triple bypass at 57. I watched what happened when time ran out on them, and it changed how I look at every single week. I treat each one like it matters, because it does. If you didn't squeeze all the juice out of last year, that's fine. But look at the year ahead and ask yourself what you're going to do differently. Number 4. I stopped putting my health last. For decades, I was grabbing gas station breakfast sandwiches at 5 in the morning, living on coffee and vending machine snacks all day, and telling myself I'd take care of it later. Later never comes. I want you to stop compromising your health to work an extra hour, to do something for somebody else, to check off one more thing on the list. Your health, physical and mental, has to come first. I know that's hard. A lot of us, especially guys my age, we were raised to put everyone else's needs ahead of our own. But you can't pour from an empty cup. Invest in yourself. Move your body. See your doctor. Talk to somebody if you need to. Stop putting yourself last on the priority list. You matter too. Number 5. I stopped living with regret. After 60-something years, nobody gets through life without things they wish they'd done differently. I've got my share, believe me. But here's what I've learned. The past is over. You can't go back and fix it. And the future isn't guaranteed for any of us. So what's left? Right now. The present. That's where your life is. If there are things in your past that still eat at you, things you should have handled better, said differently, whatever it is, forgive yourself. I had to do that, and it wasn't easy, but carrying that weight around was only hurting me. Let it go. Number 6. I stopped pretending to be somebody I'm not. If you're in your 60s and you're not going to be yourself now, when are you? This is it. This is our shot. I learned this one the hard way. I spent years trying to fit a mold that wasn't me, showing up the way I thought people expected me to. But at some point I just said, this is who I am, take it or leave it. Not everyone is going to be a fan of yours, and that's fine. If I feel like wearing jeans and a t-shirt instead of dressing up, that's what I'm wearing. If somebody's talking nonsense and I don't agree, I either say something or I walk away. I'm not going to sit there nodding along to keep the peace. Be yourself. The people who matter will stick around. Number 7. I stopped dismissing new technology. This one is more of a warning, because most of us are doing okay with tech right now. But I watched my parents make this mistake. They decided they didn't need email. My dad said if somebody needs me, they can send me a letter. And they held that line. My mom, she's in her 80s now, and thankfully smartphones and texting came along so she can stay in touch with me and my brother and sister and the grandkids. But they almost cut themselves off from the people they loved because they refused to adapt. Don't let that be you. Whatever the next thing is, give it a shot. You don't have to master it, but don't shut the door on it either. Staying connected to the people you love is worth the effort. So those are my 7. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not a life coach. I'm just a guy named Mark Anthony who spent 30 years in a warehouse, retired at 62, and figured some things out the hard way. I hope something in here helps you enjoy this next chapter as much as I've been enjoying mine.